Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm Liza. If you don't know me personally, so here's a little funny thing or two. Yesterday I recorded this video, edited it, edited it iMovie, everything. It was all straight. It was good. Like everything looked good. The edit was really nice. And I thought, oh, I don't need the footage anymore because it's already uploaded. It's already saving to my phone. So I went on my phone gallery and I deleted all the videos and my footage. And it all deleted. It was gone. And then when I went back to iMovie, it said, sorry, the footage has not been found and you cannot like save the video. I was just like, you're kidding me, right? So here I am recording it again for a second time. Okay, so this is my first video. This is a story time on how I moved to Florida, when I moved to Florida, and how it all went down with me. I moved to Florida in 6th grade, and I lived in Connecticut before, and you know I loved Connecticut. I still love Connecticut. That's my state where I was born and raised. So you know, yeah. And I was in 6th grade when it happened, and my dad had just gotten a promotion. I was like in the middle of 6th grade, so it was November going to December, and then like Thanksgiving. So the next month was my birthday. Okay. And what happened was, he didn't tell me, or my grandma didn't tell me about it until 2 weeks before we moved here, before we moved to Florida. And they said, like, okay, like Eliza, hey, I got a promotion, and you know, like, we're gonna move to Florida. And you know, I was shocked. I didn't want to go, and all that. But my dad was getting a promotion to get better pay, better hours, and a higher rank in his job. And since my grandma already had a house in Florida, he figured, why not just move? It's better for Eliza. It's better for my mother. It's better for all of them. Like, it's better for all of them. Like, it's better for all of us, too. Eliza can meet new friends, go to a new school. Just so, you know. And I didn't want to move. I had my mother. I had my friends. I had my school. I had grades. I had all of that. And I was about to transfer into an academy. So, cause I love this academy. This is an academy I always wanted to go to when I was little. Like it was just always like one of those schools I wanted to go to. But I wasn't able to take the test because I moved to Florida. So, in Florida, it's about, to drive to Florida from Connecticut, it's about a 27-hour drive. And, it's 27 hours with stops. Without stops or anything, like without stopping, no traffic, all of that, it's 24 hours exact. And so it was like we rented out a U-Haul truck. We sold our old house and we're like, let's go. And so it all started with we had to pack up our stuff, had to rent a U-Haul truck, and we were gonna decide when to drive, when to be out of the state. And so I remember it was the last Friday of school that I was gonna be in school. Like the weekend before Thanksgiving was gonna happen, basically. Like it was Friday and then Thanksgiving was gonna be soon that week, and I had to leave school on Friday, so a couple days, like 5 days before. And so I brought, you know, little cupcakes to my class, and I like just brought things, and I was just gonna leave, say bye to all my friends, say bye to my best friend, you know, and pack up to get ready to move to my new life, which is now in Florida. And so when we got here, it was Thanksgiving Day, and we got here at like 5 in the morning, and we drove all the way, and it was boring. And all I did was sleep with my dog in my hand and back to Florida. when we got here, the house was pretty much empty. There was sofas, but there wasn't really beds. And there was a bed in the room that I have right now. There wasn't a bed. There was an air mattress, and it was basically empty. And it had like, yeah, it was empty. And then the big room where it had the cabinets that I have in my room, and it had another air mattress that was leaned up against the wall. And then my grandma had her own room where the bed and everything was set up, but there was stuff on top of the bed, like curtains and all of that, because she was just like fixing her room. And so, you know, like, we just moved. So like, we didn't have really arrangements. And the room thing was that since the other air mattress was popped, my dad couldn't sleep in that room. And there was only air mattress in this room, so I couldn't sleep in this room. My dad slept in this room, and I slept with my grandmother in her room. And I slept by myself, and my grandmother slept on the couch, and my dad slept in the air mattress. And that was how it was for like 2 weeks, because we had to pick up my bed, my grandma had to fix her room, and we just had to make everything comfortable for us. So they moved the cabinets, that one and that one, to my room, and kept the air mattress in here, and took my bed. I had my own frame bed from my old house, and they took it and put it in my father's room. Because I was like, Dad, you can use my bed. There's no beds for you, so you can just use this one. So he was like, okay, and he took my bed, and he slept with it, and he used my bed and my mattress and put it in his room. So he found a new bed, or until I got a new bed, so I could take my other bed back, and he'd take the other one. And my grandma cleared out her bed, and everything was okay. So I started sleeping with my grandma for like a couple of months. And my dad took my bed, and I started an air mattress in here. So then finally we bought a new bed. It was just a regular bed. It was like 2 mattresses, and it was an underframe so that the bed can be lifted off the floor. And that was in my room for like a week or two. And I told my dad, hey Dad, I want my bed back. You can take this bed for you because it's not girly or nothing. And he was like, okay. So we pushed that bed into his room, and he set up my bed over here. And this took like a couple of days because my bed is pretty big, so you have to take out all the pieces, take the mattress out, all of that. Basically how you take out a regular bed. And finally when my room was set up, I started sleeping in here, my grandma slept in her room, and my dad slept in the other room. And so little by little the house, little by little we started upgrading the house. We ended up getting cable and Wi-Fi and all of that, basic necessities that people use in their everyday lives. And and now it was time for me to go to school. When I went to school, there was a school that was kind of down the street. You go all the way down and take a left turn and all that, and it's on the right. But they said I wasn't in zone for that school, and there was another school by my house. But we didn't know there was a school by my house. Obviously, we're not from Florida, everything. And I got registered in school within 2 to 3 weeks. And so first we went to that school. So the school, it took we went to the first school. They said I can't get registered in that school, so we ended up going to the other school. They said I was in zone, everything. And I didn't know whether to use uniform or not to use uniform, but they told me no uniform, and I ain't wearing no uniform. And I was happy because there was no uniform, and I was so used to uniform, and I hated it. So I finally got registered for my first day of school. I didn't have no friends. I didn't have no friends for a while. I met people in my classes, started becoming friends with people, and then I stopped becoming friends with those people because I just really didn't like the vibe. We wasn't really our personalities didn't really match. Cause I'm loud and I'm outgoing and I like to do things, and they're more quiet, shy, didn't want to do much, very anime. That's really not me. Nothing wrong with that. It's just not me. I'm not that type of person. And some anime is good, not all of them. But I don't want to do like action figures and comic books, and I'm not into that. I don't know how to do Japanese. So then I met someone who became my best friend and was my best friend for a while, and I still have a lot of love for that person. I'm never gonna stop being friends with them whether I like it or not. And that person was Brittany, and if you know me personally, you know Brittany was my best friend through everything. And I even have my own friendship ring with her, which is this ring right here on my finger. And I bought her one too, so we have matching ones. And I never take it off, no matter if we're on good terms or not. And so yeah, I met Brittany in my science class, and that's how we became friends. You know, it was, we clicked from science class. She was fun, outgoing, everything, but she was a little bad because she used to come to late to class every single day, like every single day, and she didn't even care. She was like, oh well. Brittany was moving from a different city in Florida, which is about 15-20 minutes from where I lived. And when she moved, she came to my school, we became friends, and you know, over the years we got closer and closer and closer. Our bond got closer and better, and we became best friends. 9th grade year, we parted away and we went to adults. She went to a different school and I went to my other school for high school. But we still always hung out. We were still best friends. 10th grade the same. And 11th grade is kind of where we kind of started to drift a little bit. But that will always be my friend, regardless if she likes it or not. And if she has a problem, suck it up. Anyway, that's besides the point. So we did, like, we were so close. We did sports together. We did basketball together 8th grade year. And 9th grade year, we played basketball but on different teams. We did AAU basketball. She continued to do it. I didn't, unfortunately. I just quit the team because I was like, nope, I'm good. And I was like, I'm good, love. Enjoy. And I just didn't go anymore. I just quit the team. Wasn't for me. And I was just like, whatever. Like, I'll be fine. And yeah, so that's kind of how it went down. And then, you know, like 10th grade year, I didn't try for basketball, but she did. And I went to all her games throughout the season. Every home game she had, I basically went to all of them. And I made little shirts to represent her, and it was really cute. I used to do those little things for her, and I used to just be happy because I used to see my best friend all the time. And yeah, so to sum it up at the story, the way I moved to Connecticut is my dad got a promotion. I left my school in Connecticut. We came over here, got registered, went to a new school, met new friends, and yeah, I don't like it in Florida. I personally don't like it, but I'll be okay. I'll live. I still have friends here, and you know, I'm grateful for them. You know, y'all know who y'all are. If we're friends or if we're close or anything like that, I appreciate y'all heavily. You like push me to do better, and I like that a lot, and I hope the best. But yeah, but over the years, I'm not gonna flex. Over the years, I did go to Connecticut back and forth. So I did it for 1 month, stay, go again, do 4 months again, do 4 months again. But just recently, I stayed for 5 to 6 months, and then I came back to Florida. But and when I went to go to Connecticut, the person I used to stay with was my mother. My mother always used to stay with my aunts from my dad's side. And that's how it always went down. So I always used to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But yeah. Or if not, my mother came over here, or some of my family came over here and stayed at my house, and yeah. So that's the story on how I moved from Connecticut to Florida.